Hey YouTubers and fellow Cryptonairz, how you doing? It is another Tuesday and it's time for another episode of Around the Clock. You know what time it is. It's time to dig into that daily crypto news, crypto tips and trends, see what's happening around the metaverse and with NFTs. So let's just dig right in. Let's start with the markets. We have some really good news in the markets today. So I'm going to share my screen with you as we always do here.
I
To
can't
see
stop
what's happening.
smiling.
You hear this, I mean, guys, some days you wake up and it's just like so awesome. You're so excited. You can't even sleep. You're checking the markets every 5 seconds. And today was such a day, not because Bitcoin is still hovering right there at that $47,132, still trying its best to break above the $50,000 resistance. Ethereum is at 3419 right now, so doing pretty good. Cardano's at 276, below what it was, but still hanging in the high, almost at $3, the high twos there. Our favorite of the week, we talked about Solana, has lost just a few dollars. I think it was at 111 yesterday, sitting at 107 right now. Kind of a little bit of a downgrade, but still up 41% for the week. But you guys, the reason why Allie can't really contain herself is because of the price of this token right here. Strong. And I hope if you have been one of our long-term subscribers here at Cryptonairz.com, you know how we feel about the Strong token. This has given so many of us the opportunity to create passive incomes because Strong allows you to create nodes as a service, which are literally like 1 or 2 click nodes. It's been the easiest freaking thing. And when Allie and I started, I think this token used to be at what was it when we first started?
$70.
$70, y'all. And now look at her. She's just done us so proud. I feel like a parent. I just want to cry. My child is graduating college and headed for university and, law school. Maybe going to get a doctorate. I don't know, but this is awesome. We could see a $500 Strong tonight.
I might fall over if that happens. I mean, it's going to happen, but when? It's not a matter of if, really. It's a matter of when.
Yes.
It's been doing so well lately, and Strong is out here changing lives, legitimately changing lives. I've seen no less than 3 people say that they have put in their notice at work, and it's all thanks to income from Strong nodes. And Strong has received a lot of hate since,
yes, it has.
Within the past 6 months, even. But the CEO, David Moss, they haven't been without issues. They've had growing pains, but he's doing a heck of a job, and the token is really performing. And I am just ecstatic.
Yeah, I admire David, and go back and watch the episode. We had David Moss on the Cryptonairz YouTube show maybe a couple 3 weeks ago. So go look for that episode where he shares along with about 4 other guests who have Strong nodes and understand the whole, landscape of Strong and what it is. And check that out, because for some of you, it's not too late to get in. Maybe wait for a pullback, and it takes 10 Strong to start a node. But that's, again, passive income. You just build where you can, but it's a wonderful thing to be making money while you're asleep. It's awesome. And I see Danny Carney here in the comments, and he said Strong nodes have changed my financial future and changed his life. And that is the truth, because that is how people who have money do this. Is their money is actually working for them, and Strong presented us with opportunities to do that. There are other protocols that Strong is going to work with. Most recently, there was an interview, I believe that was on Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember which day it was, but our own Grant Maddock did with DVPN. So Strong is going to be working with them. And Strong is going to be working with Polygon Matic. So that's very, very exciting because we know what a strong, use case there is for Matic. So be on the lookout for that. And again, if you want to know more, please join our Discord. There are a lot of strong node experts in there. Some of them have over 100 nodes and can tell you everything there is to know. Use that coupon SUMMER40 while it is active. Get 40% off your subscription at any level that you choose to join, and check us out. So that is great news for Strong. Yay, Strong. We got a little bit of regulation news, guys. Not much for you, just kind of more of the same, but we're going to share it anyway. And this was all over the news today. Not that guy. This headline. Treasury pushes global crypto data sharing rules into the budget bill. And, long story short, this is just more KYC. The proposal would require cryptocurrency exchanges to report foreign owners of U.S. accounts. So basically, it's just the same. The government just wants to get all up in your business. I know that a lot of people who are in crypto join crypto and we're down with the decentralized, no. And KYC, by the way, in case you're new to crypto, that lingo stands for know your customer.
Yeah.
Didn't want to have this, what they consider very invasive provision of information to the government. But it looks like they are, quite determined to put this into that bill one way or another. So I have another article here also confirming more of the same. And this is from, I believe, CNBC. Tax reporting proposal creates a defining moment for the crypto industry. And this basically talks about the small section of the infrastructure bill that would place new tax reporting requirements on cryptocurrency, the wave of lobbying that this has generated in the crypto industry. This article reports 40,000 calls, but we know we read one in which 80,000 of us called our representatives and said, make sure you're doing this thoughtfully. So calls from constituents supporting the industry have grabbed lawmakers' attention, and we're still hoping for that to save us as this goes through the House. The crypto industry and allies still hope to change the law before it takes effect. And let's hope, guys, that we can, because,
Yeah.
if it's not thoughtfully done, if it's done in a way that is, invasive and hurtful to the industry and that stunts innovation, that taxes the heck out of people who are already, overly taxed and overly burdened. That's us, the poor and middle class. Then it definitely serves no purpose. So yeah, we'll keep an eye here for you guys on that. Welcome, Sam Beckett. How you doing?
Don't forget. Oh, whoops! Sorry about that, everyone. I put the wrong. Is there any way to delete that comment, Corey?
Let me see.
I really hope so.
Oh my God, no, and that didn't work. I don't know. I think we'd have to go on YouTube to delete it. So if you mute your YouTube,
Oh no, I can hide it.
oh nah, I don't think you can. It's still there. But yeah, I think you have to go. Yeah, if you keep clicking that, it's just going to show on the screen.
Oh, clearly I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, everyone. I was trying to share in the chat the Twitter account for Fight for Our Future. If you need help on contacting your representatives, you can go to that Twitter account or fightforthefuture.org, and they will help you with a script, get in touch with your representatives. And we need to not stop, because if things go through the way that these articles are discussing, it's not going to be great.
Not at all. So let's keep the pressure on and keep advocating for ourselves and our futures. So it's quite the serious issue. Speaking of serious issues, I purposely grabbed this article and I didn't share a picture of this person because I've had enough of seeing his picture. But he definitely has, if anybody is familiar with our former president, we know that he has very strong opinions. So, why in the heck? I'm trying to find it. See, it's not even meant for me to find it. I'm just joking, y'all. Former U.S. president calls crypto a disaster waiting to happen. He dismissed the crypto market's potential in favor of strengthening the U.S. dollar in a recent interview from Fox News. So, if Fox News is interviewing him, I'm sure you know which former president we are speaking of. In an interview with Fox Business, former U.S. President Donald Trump was questioned about his views on the health of Wall Street and the potential of Bitcoin. In response, he said, the cryptocurrencies, may be
Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
right. Who knows what they are? They are certainly something that people don't know very much about. I'm
That's
guessing
true.
he's talking about himself in particular here, but that never stopped him in the past from making commentary on things that he didn't know much about. So why should this be any different? Uh, Again, and we talk a lot about the difference in the perspectives on this new digital asset based on age.
Yeah.
And Lord knows I'm not poo-pooing on any older person who's willing to educate themselves and learn about this. I'm over the age of 50, and I'm constantly having to learn new things, and because that's what you should do, because that's the way that the world is moving. Nothing stays the same. The way we make money, the way that we do our finances, our financial structure, everything is shifting. And for those of you who don't want to learn and who insist on staying stuck, you're going to get left behind, and that includes former presidents. So
Honestly, I don't think that him not wanting to learn or not willing to earn, it's not an issue for him. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need to change his life. When
right.
you go on a network like Fox Business and you say things like that quote, which I'm sorry, it was very disrespectful, just completely
Right.
burst into
Right.
laughter. The second half of the quote is the important part there. Many people don't even know what they are. Well, there's a lot of people that hang on every single word that he says. So when
Correct.
he goes out there saying, oh, many people don't even know what they are, they may not even be real. People take that on board and they internalize that. And then they're going to use that subconsciously, perhaps, in forming their opinion on what cryptocurrencies are. I
Yes.
think that's where the danger lies. So we just have to talk to our friends and family, or keep sharing information about what it really is and the opportunity that really lies ahead. Because and there's also, let's not beat around the bush. This is a political issue at the end of the day, and
Hmm.
it's a game. We are all pawns in that game. Unfortunately, that's the way it always has been, and it will continue to be that way. But it looks like that particular former president may be gunning for another run. So he's going to have all of the ducks lining up in a row behind him, um, not wanting to veer from what he says. So perhaps that's going to, whether they believe it or not, that could also form their public opinion. It's not great.
Yeah.
We need some
Yeah.
more support from other business leaders in the community, and some other representatives to speak out and say, like, I am so sorry, my mind is drawing a blank. I'm fairly certain she's conservative. She has blonde hair. She's owned Bitcoin since 2013. She is a senator.
Loomis.
Yes, thank
Hmm.
you. We need more people like that to speak out and say, hey, wait a minute. Let us teach you about this before you make these opinions. Because it
Yeah.
isn't just
Yeah.
some made up thing.
No, I think that this particular person definitely does whatever will grab headlines. It's not new.
No, I
Mr.
genuinely think he doesn't know what it is. I don't think
Yeah,
it's a headline thing. He just
yeah,
genuinely doesn't know and doesn't care to know because he doesn't
yeah.
need to know.
The sad part about this is just like a lot of those banks that have, given the thumbs down on crypto, but secretly they're buying Bitcoin. This could definitely be the case here. So you never really know,
Yeah,
people who shape markets and like you said, who don't have to worry about finances. That's not money's no object for them. They do all kinds of things to manipulate the market. So
this is
just thought
also
that was
true. Yeah.
pretty interesting, and I
Yeah.
wanted to share that with you guys. But
Sorry
definitely,
again for laughing,
no,
everyone.
it was funny. Just like Allie said, do your job with educating the people around you. There's misinformation galore out there on name any subject, but definitely do your best to educate people on what an opportunity this is. So that's the end of the funny news. I found this is another article. Basically, we've been talking about how many major banks, are invested in crypto, and how many, again, of them have been talking about, what it's going to go to zero. It's rat poison squared. It's this, is that. A lot of financiers, and then we find out that secretly or not so secretly, they actually have exposure, or their clients have been asking for exposure to it. So
Yeah.
this is another major financial or industry giant, U.S. Global. Their investors have bought crypto exposure through Grayscale funds. The investment firm already has significant exposure to gold, minerals, precious metals, and other natural resources. But this Texas based investment manager of US Global Investors, who has 4.6 billion already under management in Q1, has also bought exposure to Bitcoin through none other than Grayscale. So this seems to be the trend. 2021 seems to be the year of exposing the industry to crypto, and they're coming in a big way. And again, these people are all about making money, so they're not going to fool with something they think is going to go to zero. They're getting their clients exposure to it, and they're buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies because they see the potential there. Um, Another big name in the news today was our friend Solana, and I know you'll have a lot to say
I do. Yeah.
about them, especially when we get to the portion on NFTs. But just wanted to share these two articles. This was just like so much hype, and everybody was anticipating, like, what is this big thing? Because there was supposed to be some kind of,
The
you know,
ignition.
the ignition, thing that they had made this, ignition event reveal. They had done this video on Twitter. Everybody's trying to figure out, like, what the heck is this? And a lot of people thought, because the name was ignition, that meant that Solana was actually going to burn some of their tokens and increase the price or send the price to the moon. But that's not what it was. So it says traders pushed their Sol USD bids higher after Solana teases the community with Ignition, a mysterious feature that they said would go live today. So
If you
there's the
click,
little video there.
can you click through to right on that tweet to get to the Solana page so you can show everyone the video that they revealed today? I actually thought, yes, there was a lot of disappointment, and we did see the price of Solana slide after this news. Speculators were pushing the price higher. However, everyone was wrong, and people were disappointed when it wasn't a burn. But I think that the global hackathon is actually a big deal. The people, the sponsors that it has, it's like a who's who roster of crypto, including Microsoft. Um, I really think some great projects may end up coming out of this. It's going to last for until some point in October. It does say in the video. That's not the video. That was just like the teaser for it. I like how the color of the flame there is the color of the Solana logo.
I guess
Uh,
that's why everybody thought this was about a burn. So, yeah, so it's actually about this right here, the ignition global hackathon. Let me see if I can find that page for you guys.
You
Where
could just
they
go to their Twitter.
and I tried to do that, but I saw when I clicked through, um, it brought me to this. So that's the hackathon with up to $5 million in prizes and seed funding.
Oh yeah, no, that's not
Yeah.
right one.
So just about every
I'll pull it up.
protocol does this. Let me stop sharing so when you find it you can share. But every protocol does this. Cardano has offered, they had a $10 million fund they got to for a hackathon also. So that's what Ignition was about, because they want to make sure that, a lot of these things that we report to you guys, like what happened with Cream Finance yesterday or the other day, and a lot of the cryptocurrency heist and exploits do not happen. So yeah, it is a big deal. It's great that they're trying to keep the protocol safe, but it is definitely not what people thought.
Um, okay, I'm gonna bring it up now.
Okay.
I have to try to pause the video. Oh no, sorry, I don't. Oh, no one could hear that. Okay. This was the video that they released today about the hackathon, and then shortly after. But I think the price dip on Solana today was a combination of things, as Corey mentioned. We will cover that a little later towards the end of the show. It was a combination of that, and then this video, which I wasn't disappointed by it. I was actually excited about it. I enjoy watching the hackathon presentations that they always have. Um, that's how I found out about Nina Markets. I think that we've talked about it before. It's another music project like Audius, and they're going to work together where you can actually use your credit card on Nina Markets. That's like a game changer for onboarding people. I think that's going to be really good. Okay. Um, Here we go.
The flame ignition.
Can you hear that? You can't hear it, can you?
No,
Sorry.
but it's a nice video. They obviously spent some money on that. And there's A16Z, which is Andreessen Horowitz.
So you can check that video out by just going to the Solana Twitter, or it's also on their YouTube. If you want to hear the music makes a difference. I think it's good. Um, but yeah, I didn't think that that was bad news, but investors, traders, they weren't impressed. They were hoping for the burn.
Yeah, that was a big build up to what a lot of people thought was nothing. But there are 5 reasons why Solana keeps climbing and is doing well. And hopefully, again, there's every one of these protocols and blockchains always has growing pains, but hopefully
Yeah.
they'll continue to go in the direction they've been going. It's on a tear right now, but the move is due to 5 things. Their move into NFTs with Degenerate Apes, which had some problems as far as launching, but finally did get there. And they're reselling, very, very high, very well. It's attracted a wide range of projects, and some of them are doing very well. There are 400 projects that are built on the Solana network. We'll talk about another, very hyped up game that is coming out or has come out and crashed, and the launch crashed. Number three, people are looking for alternatives to Ethereum, which is everybody's big dream, especially since Ethereum's been screwing us with Vaseline as far as the gas fees are concerned. Not even with Vaseline. Shoot. Number four is successfully launched a wormhole project. It may sound like something out of Star Trek, but the wormhole actually is a way to bridge between different networks.
Yeah,
So there's that. And it's fast.
and cheap.
Yep, one of the fastest cryptos on the block. It claims it can process at least 50,000 transactions per second. So if you're wondering, why is Solana blowing up, it's because of that, because they are, coming into their maturation in terms of following their roadmap, and that's what's happening, and we hope that they don't shoot themselves in the foot with some of the craziness that has been going on with them lately. And here's an article, and then I want to let Allie kind of talk about like some of the stuff she experienced with her uh, recent foray into the NFTs on the Solana network. But this was one that was, and we talked about this Star Atlas game on the show not too long ago.
It's beautiful. The
Yeah,
graphics are stunning.
stunning for sure.
Mhm.
It's like Star Trek effect, Star Wars, everything just beautiful. But it was the most highly anticipated DEX offering, and there was a high demand on people trying to get, on the white list to process that the day before launch day. And basically, long story short, the whole thing just crashed and kind of left a lot of very disappointed people. So it's probably going to do one of those things, when these come out, they're, come out the gate like super expensive, and then they lose value very fast. So the Atlas pool will be increased to $25.80. It had a $14 value. I guess you could buy in at that. Um, but technical difficulties in the process caused the opposite of what Star Atlas stands for. And they're, doing the whole thing. We're working hard to find a solution, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, the network itself, they just seem to have a lot of issues with scaling in terms of being able to handle the demand. So yeah, check out Star Atlas and see what's available, especially when they start launching NFTs and all that good stuff. But the Solana network seems like they've had major NFT drops, but also major mishaps with launches.
Mhm. Yes, this is true.
Let's see. And this is Sam Bankman-Fried. Man, this man has the Midas touch. And Father
And
Time.
quite the head of hair.
Yes, indeed. It looks like a curly mop. But Father Time in the comments says, sad that this is supposed to be cutting edge technology. How could they not have foreseen this happening and just tested, that's my question with a whole lot of this. There's so much money involved, and then I don't know if it just doesn't go well. Not sure. That just seems to be like a constant theme. But yeah, let's get back to Sam Bankman-Fried has acquired Ledger X, you guys. And there is a token called FTX. And it seems like that token could be going places. Definitely something for you to do your own research on. But definitely check it out, because this man is buying up the rights to a whole lot of different things, but it looks like he'll have what will be the first commodity futures trading, a digital currency futures and options exchange and clearinghouse. It'll be the first one of its kind that's legal in the United States.
It's a
So
really
this is
big deal.
very big, very, very big deal and a very big news. This acquisition marks a significant milestone for our rapidly growing U.S. business and is a key part of our strategy to bring regulated crypto derivatives to our U.S. user base. So definitely, it seems to me that the FTX token, not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, But it seems like this could be some place to, you know, check out to see if it's, worth getting some of these coins. Let's see where they are currently sitting. I'm going to share this with you just to look at it because I remember when these were on sale not too long ago. But this is currently what FTX is doing. They're currently sitting at 48.69, rank number 32, which is not really a bad starting point. Sometimes, you may want to get like 10 or 20 of these just to have in your portfolio and just dollar cost average as you can. But Sam Bankman-Fried is definitely a mover and a shaker in this space, for sure and for certain. We got one article to share with you on the metaverse, which is everywhere. And again, I just wanted to show you guys. And this article is actually in the Washington Post. And it says big tech wants to build the metaverse. What on earth does that mean? And we've explored what that means already on this show. It seems like everywhere I look to this week, there's a negative article about Facebook in the space, basically downing his Horizons workroom foray into the metaverse and, basically booing Mark Zuckerberg everywhere. But there are so many other companies that will be entering into the space, and we've mentioned the names, here on this show. Make sure you go back and check out those podcasts. But NVIDIA is one of them for sure. Roblox is jumping in a big way. Epic Games, which is the producer of Fortnite, all of those things. But they're building avatars. A lot of them are launching, NFTs that can be used in the metaverse, or they're building the infrastructure for it. We mentioned a company here with the NASDAQ letters WIMI that is basically been contracted to build up some of the infrastructure. So these are all, opportunities for sure. But again, the term metaverse is making its rounds. People are, it's being put in your face. If you don't know what it is, you will know, because this is going to continue. Again, this article today in the Washington Post. And then TikTok. Shouldn't be surprised to hear that TikTok wants in on the action. I mean, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? It says TikTok's owner is taking one small step into the metaverse. It's a Beijing-based company, and it has acquired a company named Pico, the world's third largest virtual reality headset manufacturer. So that's the way that they plan on getting into the space. It's a reality startup, and it is a deal that marks a major push by TikTok to diversify its business holdings and keep pace with the drive toward the metaverse. So again, just further proof of companies, seeing this wave, jumping on the bandwagon, seeing which way this is going to go, and making sure that they are in the space and a part of the action when it happens. And then this information, and we talked about this tennis star, Naomi Osaka, dropping her NFTs on DraftKings recently. I haven't checked to see if they're sold out yet. Not sure if they are, but I'm pretty sure they did well. I know some of the lower price tokens or NFTs were already gone, but she was in the news today saying that Dogecoin, surprise, surprise, has triggered her interest in cryptocurrencies, and she doesn't mind risky investments because it helps her learn. Of course, yeah, she's younger. She can take those risks that some of us who may have a different, place that we are in life and risk tolerance may not want to take. But this is, again, she speaks for a lot of people who, especially millennials and younger people, who are getting their exposure to cryptocurrency through places like Robinhood with Dogecoin, because it's all over social media. And I know there were a lot of people that just, hated on Dogecoin for like the longest time. And laughed at it and all of that stuff. But there's a lot of people who are now laughing all the way to the bank. Whether you like it or you hate it, is still here. And it looks like it's going to be here to stay, at least as long as Elon Musk is around to pump it. But, and a lot of people, especially in her age range, have gotten their exposure to cryptocurrency through Dogecoin. And that's not a bad thing for the market. That actually helps the overall market and helps us get to where we want to be with mass adoption. If people are curious about Dogecoin, they may take the next step and then start looking at the other cryptocurrencies. So I think this is great news.
I feel like Doge is like the gateway drug into crypto.
I love that.
It was for
Yes.
me.
Yes, indeed. I totally agree with you there. So, hey, I guess I could think of worse ways to start down that path. So
Yep.
it is what it is. And so now we come to the part of our program where we're going to talk about what's happening in the NFT world. And I know Allie has a lot of news for us.
I
So
do.
get your cup of coffee or tea or whatever you're drinking.
Well,
And
first
listen
I
in.
wanted to announce that this weekend, and the time is still to be determined because, excuse me, there is a time difference. But I am going to do an episode with one of our community members, Arj. So there is a 5-hour time difference between where he lives and where I live. So I'm not sure if it'll be in the morning or in the evening, but I'll definitely keep everyone posted on that. It will be very good. You don't want to miss. Today, Arj and I were spending it was mostly me spending my budget because this is higher. He's been flipping them longer. But we are buying NFTs together today. So first, I would like to speak about Digital Art Chick. Okay.
Why did I know that was coming?
Women should lift other women up, especially successful women. Like, don't hate on another woman for being successful. So I want to get it out in the open that that is not what I'm attempting to do at all. She is good at what she does. She's paid for what she does. And I respect and appreciate what she does for the community. That being said, when you tease that you're going to do a drop that's going to change everything in the avatar game, and then it insta sells out with a massive gas war, people losing money all over the place, to make a comment saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think that it would sell out right away. The Discord was only created 24 hours ago." You have 50,000 followers. Every time you pump something, it insta sells out. Excuse me. It's disappointing because sorry guys, my allergies are really bothering me today. So if my eyes are watering or I cough or something, if you have a lot of female representation in NFTs, okay, fine. But guess what? We don't. And here's a great project that all of the artwork was done by hand, solo, by a female. And she's doing this project by herself. There are other people on the team. Like, there's a dev, Archick was an advisor. Like, if you're going to be the advisor on that project, and you know that there is a lot of room and demand for more representation in NFTs of females, maybe be a little more responsible with what you say. And that's what's disappointing to me, because look at how well World of Women has done. People clearly will buy NFTs featuring women. They want to support women in this space. They want to support female artists, and they will buy it in mass, not just, oh, maybe I'll buy one. People are buying, if they can, of course, 5, 10, 15 of these pieces. But this project, the artwork is good. Yeah, it's good. The artist is talented, but I just think that you could have done it better, especially knowing that we need more representation in this space. This was a really wasted opportunity here. And I'm no hate against the artist. She's talented. She's good. our chick did what she was paid to do. She was an advisor. She advised on this. And maybe she made some poor decisions with how she announced what was happening. I just wish that she would have done it differently, because I would be happy to support any female artist. And I think there were a lot of people in that Discord that were feeling the same, in that server, that were feeling the same thing that I was feeling. I mean, to say I didn't think it would sell out, or I didn't think that there
Oh,
would be gas
come
wars,
on.
is
Sure. Right.
you have
No.
50,000 followers.
They had
And then,
a cap of like 20. You could get 20. You can mint 20 at a time, which to me is extremely high if you want to have diversification of buyers. So, yeah.
the distribution after sellout was a 10,000K avatar project, less than 800 individual owners. That has since changed, of course, because of secondary. But at this point, when you have gas fees that are $2,000, $3,000, $4,000,
Right.
it's a whale's game. And I don't know. This is another thing. She knew it was going to insta sell out. There wasn't even a roadmap. There was nothing. It
Nothing.
all sold out on hype because she endorsed it. So you knew exactly what you were doing, and you could have done it better.
I
It's just
tried to get one of
disappointing.
these too. I was one of the people within our, and we were in Discord last night, kind of
Yeah.
communicating with each other. And I just saw it circling for like 10 minutes. And then when it does that, I already know it's going to cancel. And,
Yeah.
you know, I paid like to speed it up one time, but I was going to do that like continuously. And, you know, luckily I only lost $10, but in their Discord last night, there were a lot of people complaining about how much money they did lose in gas fees. So.
Yeah. It's just,
too bad
it's disappointing.
about that.
I've already like left the server, so I have no idea if they have released a roadmap, or I'm not even going to keep up with that project. And maybe that is foolish on my part, and I probably should, just in case anyone has any questions, but I will not be buying any of those.
Yeah, because I think that the secondaries came out over $1,000 right after the drop, which sold out, like you said, in like 15 minutes. So
yeah.
We
had a you mentioned about the Star Atlas disaster, but we had another disaster as well. There was a project I discussed in the server yesterday. I think I briefly mentioned it on the video. It was called Aurora. It's a new play to earn game on Solana. I knew that it would be difficult because there was like 30,000 people in, or maybe it was like 25,000 or something, I don't remember, in the server. And they had tens of thousands of Twitter followers. So people already knew about it and they were excited about it. It was cute, like Axie. It will help with adoption. People can eventually earn money playing this game. It has all of the right elements to be like a runaway hit. Well, the drop was today, this morning. And it was a disaster. So the first issue is, I don't even know how the team, I don't know how this happened. The price to buy this was supposed to be 5 SOL. It ended up being one SOL, and there was no limit on what you could buy. That was an error. It was not supposed to be that. Okay, so that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, and I do give the team so much credit for this. There were multiple announcements before the drop. Please do not click any links. We already see scams and fakes going around. This is the only website, and we have 2 backup mirror sites in case the main site fails. They listed the 2 sites in the announcement, and they also made sure to say like admins on our server, their names are in yellow, whatever, don't respond to anyone else, don't respond to TMs. Please be careful. They really tried to help the community here. Before the actual drop, which I think was at 11 a.m. Eastern time, I'm pretty sure the time, so much happens every day. I don't even know what time it is right now. That's what it feels like. They put out a tweet, like, or maybe they said it in the server, we already have 30,000 people waiting, sitting on the site waiting. So they had a number count. They knew how many people were there before you could refresh for mint. When it went live, 22,000 22,000 requests instantly crashed the site. So
Wow.
then there were the 2 backup sites, like I mentioned, they had already given those out. There was the one Soul thing. Unfortunately, a lot, not a small amount, a lot of people were scammed and had wallets drained. And there is another server that I'm on called NFT Culture. I've told you guys about it before. It's really great. I recommend it to anyone. It's a great server, and I really like their content. They're very knowledgeable. They're very smart. Malachi, he's one of the team on NFT Culture. After this drop, he tweeted in there, or he came into their server and said, "Hey, I'm just doing a public service announcement. Do not click on links, even if it's in a Discord server of people that you trust." And everyone was just like, "Oh, this is, the standard warning that teams always give out, just, looking out for your community." But no, turns out that there, and I'm assuming this is his group of friends, there is a private server that he is a member of, and a link was put in there by someone that was very excited for this drop. People clicked it, they shopped through that link, wallets drained, extreme amounts of loss here. And he said that they were really hurting. They lost everything, including high value NFTs. So
Wow.
this is just a reminder. Please do not click on links. Like, NFTs are fun, and like, it is a whole vibe when you're going for a mint. Like, you're excited, other people in the community are excited, you get some adrenaline pumping. Just please be careful. I feel so bad. Like, it really hurts my soul when I hear this happening to people. Scammers suck. Like, there's no other way to put it. They suck. So high value things, keep them in cold storage. Like, get yourself a Trezor, get a Ledger, get something. I think I'm going to change the way that I'm purchasing NFTs. That's just my own thing. I'll talk about that in the server about the new plan that I came up with today. So that happened. And it's getting so bad on Solana that Solana Daily today had tweeted out, after this Aurora thing, Star Atlas and Aurora, they tweeted out like more botched drops on Solana, perhaps, or I'm posing these solutions. And he like had retweeted a series of tweets. I'm assuming it's a him, that's wrong. Whoever's running that account had retweeted themselves on some solutions like Dutch auction and or reserving the NFT in advance.
Isn't that how Parallel does their drops, which you've talked about what ease of use there is instead of this kind of dog eat dog,
it's the
feeling like you're
reservation
like a
system.
sardine in a Shark Tank in some of these NFT drops. It's because there is a ludicrous amount of craziness going on, and if you're not careful, you will find yourself in the position of some of those folks who, like you said, these were professionals. It wasn't their first rodeo, who just got caught up in the excitement and clicked on a scammer's link, and instantly all the hard work, all the money down the drain.
Yeah. By the way, I should note, they did not enter seed phrases or recoveries. I want everyone to know that all you have to do is connect your wallet to the wrong type of site, and that's it. Like, that's it. So just be cautious. Make sure you're always looking up. Like, if someone tells you about a project and they give you a link, if it's not like the actual social account, like the Twitter, where usually they'll have a link tree that will display like the server, the actual website, where you can learn more about the project, don't click. Just don't click. Even if it's me sharing it, don't click, because I could make a mistake too. None of us are perfect, and really just do your own research on it. You have to take your security into your own hands. So I just wanted to mention that. So yeah. And Solana took a hit all around. The floor on almost every project dropped today on Solana. But I'm seeing this on all NFTs. There's a slight pullback, which is to be expected. It is not up only forever. We all know
Right.
that. But I do want to believe that another batch to launch on Solana is contributing to, because people are talking about it. Like, it's spreading like wildfire. I saw multiple tweets from large accounts about it today. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so the Star Atlas launch, the Aurora launch, the Degen Ape launch, and none of the launches have gone,
Oh no,
smoothly or according to plan at all.
they had Soul Bears last night, and that went very smooth. No problems.
Which one?
Soul, I think it's called Soul Bears or Solana
Okay,
Bears. It's just like
that one went well.
an avatar project. Yeah. And others have gone well too. Like, there's a project called um it's like one of those generative type things. It's pretty cool, actually. I like it. And I saw yesterday that in their server that one of the NFTs is going to be used for a movie poster. And I should have wrote it down or bookmarked
Oh,
it because
nice.
I've already forgotten which movie it's going to be. But sorry about
Now,
that.
that is an interesting subject for sure, because I saw one of the lucky owners of a Bored Ape who is, working towards. I was in a Twitter space, the little audios they have
Yeah.
listening in, and he was saying that he's getting a NASCAR contestant's car wrapped in with his Bored Ape. And he was talking about the opportunity there, because a lot of people don't know, when you purchase your NFT, most of them, not all, but make sure you check your
Yes.
contract, basically give you the rights. I know Bored Ape Yacht Club is one of those. If you own an ape, you own the rights to that ape. So you can license your own t-shirts with your ape's image, whatever other merchandise that you want to. You can make
Yeah.
deals with companies to utilize your ape's image in, just like you said, a movie poster or any kind of merch. So I
Hmm.
mean, that's a serious financial, income making opportunity that I don't think a lot of people are taking advantage of yet. But I think that people are starting to see the light there, and we're going to be
Yeah.
hearing a lot more stories like that. So if you do have a Bored Ape or some other, very popular NFT that you've gotten, a crypto punk or whatever, you can start leasing that joint out or making
Um,
your own merchandise.
yeah, I think we're going to see the fashion industry as a whole really change because of NFTs. There's a streetwear brand. Did I talk about it yesterday? The Hundreds. Did I talk about them?
I don't remember that.
They had an NFT project. It was little bombs. It was like their logo. Um, there was 25,000 of them, I think. And the Hundreds is one of the oldest streetwear brands. I think it was created in like 1989 or the early 90s. Um, they're LA based, and they do a live outreach for the community there. It's a well respected brand. They did something really cool with their launch. So their logo does include like various versions of this little bomb. So in these 25,000 um, designs that they created, you don't own the commercial rights to the bomb. But what you do get is they're going to create an entire line of like sweatshirts, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever, with the 25,000 bombs. If yours like is selected, if you use it, anytime an item with your NFT sells, you get a cut of that. And I think like for big brands, they're not going to be able to give out their IP. They're not going to be willing to do that,
Mhm.
but they are going to do something like this. And I think there's a lot of room for growth with different brands to experiment, like what works, what doesn't work. And I think that we're really lucky to even be a part of it, because I think a lot of people, if they at least watch the news, um, or spend any time on social media, they probably have heard about like what is an NFT. They've heard about NBA Top Shops. So I think that the phrase or the letters NFT are in their mind, but they don't necessarily know what's going on there. Uh, we're really lucky to be here because we might get in on some incredible opportunities like Bored Ape Yacht Club, for instance, that will not be seen again. Now, speaking of Bored Ape Yacht Club,
100.
the artist, there's like a collective of artists that work on the art for Bored Ape Yacht Club. One of the artists, Mig, okay, I'm just going to spell it, Migwashere2. That is one of the artists from Bored Ape Yacht Club. He's working with Purchasable on a new project. In like 10 minutes, this came out earlier. In like 10 minutes, I saw the server grow by 2,000 members. They are dropping a new project.
Wow.
It is called, one second. I don't have the right link open. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, here we go. It's called Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. And the art, it's interesting. But I think it's
The way you said that.
yeah.
Is that on Twitter?
It is.
Let me see. Sneaky Vampire?
Yeah, but just look SVS NFT. 8,888 sneaky vampires living their best life in the syndicate.
Yeah, I just see. I don't know why I didn't come up under that, but that's okay.
SVS NFT. It's just letters.
Let me see one word. Maybe I had the spaces. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I see it now. Let me share this. So as you talk about it, you guys, I mean, and again, we've been talking about when you looking at NFT projects, you heard from Gary last night. We played a video from him basically warning people about being selective about the projects they're picking. So, what kind of use case does it have? When you buy the NFT, can you get the rights, the commercial rights to what you're purchasing? Is the NFT and the owners offering you a chance to make royalties of some type, which some of them are doing, like Lazy Lions and the one that Allison mentioned here before. Glue Factory, I think, is another one that's doing that with the royalties. If they use your horse in one of the animated shows, you'll get royalties, that kind of thing. So, what are the opportunities? Not just so you have a nice picture to look at in your wallet, but what are they doing? But there's the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate Twitter page there. Let me see if I see it. There's some of the art up closer.
Yeah, that's the only art that I've seen so far. Yeah. So like I just found out about this, and I was confirming that this was an artist on Bored Ape Yacht Club because I know that it was like a labs, like something labs that's behind the yacht club. So I wanted to make sure that that person was in fact part of that team, and they are. So this is going to be a gas war.
Right.
It's just a warning. It's going to be a gas war, but it might do some things. I've seen people saying I'm buying it just because it's the same artist as Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, so
yeah, that's going to definitely be one of those sells out in 15 minutes with probably, like you said, 800 people holding 10,000 of the NFTs. So it's kind of makes you mad because you almost don't want to try, but for these kinds of drops. But we keep going back. We keep doing it because sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah, sometimes I like to just hold my breath for secondary and hope I can get something good. Because I don't have the wallet to compete with a whale. And at this point, like I'm not even going to try because I don't want to waste gas. I don't want to waste the gas. Maybe I'll get lucky, but
yeah.
And then I stumbled across a project today that I'm going to share with you guys. There's no Discord. They're going to be creating one. So enter at your own risk, do your own research. Arj and I were buying this together. I had shared it with him. It is called Binary AI. I'm going to share my screen.
Oh, let me stop this. All right, there you go.
Unfortunately, I think my dog might bark, so I do apologize in advance. Okay. It's called Binary AI. And here we have artificial intelligence program that is dreaming. Programs given millions of inputs from 4 image categories. Now I've yet to see like proof of work or like proof of process, but it
Mm-hmm.
does say like email inquiries. And the team that is running this Twitter account, they will respond to people tweeting them. Their account is still very small. There's less than 100 followers that they have. Um, I just got lucky that I stumbled across this. So each NFT cannot be recreated. They're all original, and there's different categories: space biology, landscapes, classical art, and human form. So all of this is done by AI. All of it. It's not. It's not a person painting it. It's not a person drawing it. It's
Wow.
seriously cool. I picked up some of these today, and you see these drop prices: 0.3, 0.4,
Mm-hmm.
0.3, 0.4. This is affordable.
Very.
So they have not dropped, but you can see what's happening. Most people aren't even listing them. Some people are,
Mm-hmm.
but the majority of people that have picked this up, they're not listing them for sale. But some of these, I'm trying to find my favorite one that I think is just, I can't even believe it. Where is it? It's this one. Look at this.
That's pretty incredible. And that's AI art, not a person. Wow.
Like
Is
what?
that a 25 ETH
Yeah,
price?
yeah. I mean, it starts off as the globe and it turns into an eye, and it is so good. Like it's so good, I can't even take it. Um, I do not own this one, unfortunately, because that is awesome, and that's something I probably would never sell. I would be keeping that for the art. I'd get one of those like TV type frame things, and I would display it because I think
Gorgeous.
it's that cool. Um,
Very cool.
but yeah, only half of these have dropped. So there
Show
are
the
still
show
more
the
to come.
title again, Allie, so people can, yeah, binary AI on OpenSea, guys.
Yeah, but I think the account up here, maybe you can find it by searching binary AI, but search Robo Art for You.
Very awesome.
Yeah, and they will be dropping more tomorrow. Uh, I'm just going to that tweet, so excuse me 1 second. I just want to read what they're going to say
Hmm.
for tomorrow. Okay, so these are slow drops to prevent gas wars, and you do not mint them. They are put on OpenSea, and you grab them there. They tell you when they're going live. Um, so there's a total of 200 pieces that will ever be made in this project. 200 pieces, and then that is it. That's the cap. So there are still 100 remaining. You'll be able to get more tomorrow. There's going to be a drop at noon. And then for people that are working, they will be doing another drop at 7 p.m. I'm going to air a little word of caution. I don't know much about this project other than I like it. So I took a chance and bought it. Um, and that's all I can really say because there's no website. There's no Discord yet. They're planning on making one. It's in their tweets. So I just want to make sure that people are aware of that. Um, but yeah, they'll be dropping the other 100 tomorrow, and they look cool. The price is good. I took a chance. I just wanted to share it with everyone. So one drop at 12 p.m., one drop at 7 p.m. And today on one of their drops, they were about 5 minutes early. So maybe be there early. Don't just think it'll be right at noon or right at 7. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was MetaMask is going to be having a party in Decentraland where you can get a POAP. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's like a proof of attendance participation. Excuse me, NFT. They are having an event to celebrate 10 million active users of MetaMask, the non-custodial crypto wallet and gateway to the most dynamic dApps on Ethereum, is throwing a very special party. at its Decentraland headquarters, and you're invited. There's going to be a live performance. You can claim the free POAP, and you can also get a MetaMask wearable in
Well, that's
Decentraland.
so cool.
So yeah, there are over 600 people that have said they want to go to this. Usually that amount of people is not attending events. So keep an eye out for that. And you can get this information by going to events.decentraland.org. Or you can just go to decentraland.org and click on events and you'll get to it that way. So that is Thursday, September 2nd. And it goes to Friday, September 3rd from 8 to 8.
Awesome.
24-hour thing. So yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I register for that tonight just for a chance to get one of those wearables. Would be awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just wanted to share that with everyone. And yeah, I think that that's all that I have to share today. Someone had asked me, community member Draco had asked me to share or to look up Cryptonairz. I have not been able to look up that project yet, but I will be looking at that after the stream. It's another 10K avatar project, but the art looks cool, kind of like Bob's Burgers. And I found another one. Well, Arj actually found this one. We were looking at it called Farmers Marketverse. And that art is also cute.
Yeah, follow
Like
them
Bob's Burgers.
on Twitter because they have a really pretty big Twitter following. I know they're growing their Discord. So it's actually really cute art, guys. So definitely check them out. And Allie will have more information for you on the Crypto Dad project. I do want to make an announcement that on Thursday, our own Draco will be doing a interview with Kairos. So that will preempt our show for Thursday night, but we'll be back again with you on Friday and we'll see you tomorrow night. And we really appreciate you for spending time here. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. Please share this link in your social media. We are working hard toward growing our YouTube following. We're in the mid 400s, I think, or somewhere near there. So I appreciate the response has been really great considering, we're not doing anything special to promote it, but I appreciate you guys sharing it and that it has grown organically. Please continue to do so and like the video because that definitely helps us with our algorithm and hopefully somebody else can discover this women-run, women-led YouTube podcast and jump on board. We love to have you. We thank you for supporting us, all of you who are our regulars. We really, really appreciate you guys. We know there's so many other things you could be doing with your time. So thanks for being here with us. But that does it for another episode of Around the Clock. You know what time it is? It's time to say goodbye, but we'll see you again here tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Bye.